Hi, I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach, and this is the Organize Your Life podcast. I am passionate about organizing because it makes my clients' lives so much easier, more relaxed, and with more time to spend the way they want to. That's what organizing is all about, not about being neat or having the right containers. It's about getting more time for what matters to you. My specialty is chunking down this big topic so it's not overwhelming. That's the concept behind my book, 5 Minutes to a Relaxing Bedroom. And that's the concept for this podcast, too, which is based on my first book, 52 Simple Ways to Get Organized. Both books are available on my website and on Amazon. I work with clients in person in the Berkeley, California area and via email and Skype, so you don't have to be local to work with me. With my help, your home will become a place you love and welcome guests into. Your office will be a place for being energized and productive. Visit the Hire tab on my website or email me at claire@cluttercoach.net. In every podcast, I'll lay out a simple organizing concept and tell you why it's important. And I'll include an action step at the end so you can start practicing right away. Okay, here we go. In case you're listening for the first time, I want to mention my class that's available on Skillshare.com. It's a video class and it's called How to Beat Procrastination. You can use my referral code to get unlimited access for 3 months to any classes, including mine, for 99 cents. Here's the link. It'll take you directly to my class. http://skl.sh/2EV, that's a capital V, X, capital V again, QN. All right, let me know if you have any problems. I'd really love to know if you can check that out. Today's podcast is based on simple way number 28 in my book. It's about making a not-to-do list. Now, if you don't have a regular to-do list, refer back to podcast 28 so you can get that going. You need one. No relying on memory, no jotting tasks randomly on whatever scrap of paper you can find. And your to-do list must be short enough that you can really get it done here in the real world where there are distractions and competition for your time every day. We all know that your to-do list could be 20 times longer every single day. Every day you are exercising your decisiveness muscle and prioritizing so that you select the most important to-dos from that long list. You can only do so much in a day, and that's how it works. You'll remember from podcast number 28 that multitasking is not a solution for this because it simply doesn't work. So, what happens to all those undone to-dos? Some of them are just chaff and should be cleared off your list. Chaff is things that you actually know you shouldn't be doing, like constantly checking your email. The rest are either tasks that could never get done at all, and the world would still keep turning just fine, or they're things that someone else should be doing instead of you, or they're things that seem like a great idea at the time, but in the clear light of day, they just don't rate. Sometimes we have other motivations for overfilling our to-do lists. Usually these have to do with wanting to feel productive and admired, to be approved of. These are insidious because it's tricky to separate out tasks that, on the surface, seem perfectly logical and worth doing, but turn out to be mostly just ego boosters or ways to deflect criticism. Here are some more types of not-to-dos. Things you would do if you were a better person. Things other people want you to do. Things other people expect you to do. Things you committed to in a moment of weakness, and things that, in your heart of hearts, you know you're simply not going to do. Just be honest. It's so much simpler. It's not enough merely to take them off your list, however. If you do that, all those tasks will remain lurking in the back of your mind, gnawing at you and causing stress. You can't just ignore them. It doesn't work. Instead, make a conscious decision not to do them and put them onto their own list. This is your not-to-do list. By writing those tasks down here, you'll have them recorded in case you want to promote them back to the to-do list. You will not forget about them. This allows your mind to release them and turns down that background noise in your head. As long as it's written down in a safe place, your mind doesn't have to keep hanging on to them. This is super important. Your brain is a very literal critter. If it knows about a task that's not yet done, it will helpfully remind you at every opportunity, whether you're in the shower or in the middle of an important meeting. The only way to make it let go is to tell it specifically that you're not doing that task anymore. And that means putting it into words and committing it into writing. Doing that has a similar effect on your conscious mind. Back in podcast 27, I talked about getting things into writing in order to explain them and clarify them to yourself. When a task only exists in your mind, it's a little vague, a little half-baked. Writing makes it concrete and communicates it much more effectively to your waking mind. So your task this week is to start that list. Start your not-to-do list. Keep it somewhere safe so you can rest easy that the tasks are not being lost. Add to it as necessary and refer back to it to make sure that you are heeding it. Hey, thanks for listening. I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach. If you like the show, I'd love it if you'd leave a rating and review in iTunes. You can subscribe, too, so the podcast will be ready and waiting for you to listen to. The show is available on SoundCloud and Stitcher as well. You'll find the show notes on my blog at www.cluttercoach.net, and you can check out my store to find books I've written and books and products I recommend, and some freebies, too. I work with folks in their homes and offices to bust clutter and get them organized so they can stay that way easily. Get in touch and find out how I can help you. I'm in Berkeley, California, and you can reach me at claire@cluttercoach.net. Come back for more next week.